Drawing a cube using one-point perspective. Here's what we're going to draw. A simple cube, but keeping it in perspective. First, we're going to start by drawing a horizontal line. I'm going to draw it towards the top of my paper. It's called an eye level line or horizon line, really because it's where the viewer's eye level is in comparison to our items on our page that we're drawing. Next, we're going to add a dot. I've exaggerated it so that you can see it. It's called a vanishing point. Everything that I draw towards that dot is going to vanish. I put mine to the right. You could put yours to the left. If you put it in the middle, things get a little difficult. I don't suggest you start there. Next, we need a shape. Let's start simple with a square. You could do a rectangle. I'm going to do a square. Sometimes I'll cut out a square before I get started and use it as a template to trace. Just make sure it's parallel to your paper when you draw it. I am going to go from each corner and draw a diagonal line back to that vanishing point. Notice it's no longer exaggerated, but it is still there. So from each corner, I'm drawing back. Do this lightly. Mine are in red, but that is demonstrating if I was a pencil, it would be so light because I have to do a lot of erasing later and I don't want to press in and indent my paper and make things hard to erase. Next, right now it's like a tunnel, but I want a cube. I need to draw a square farther back along those lines, smaller. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to move my way up the paper. How deep do I want this cube to go? About here. I'm going to put a dot on either side of those diagonal lines. And here's where I need to make sure I draw a parallel line. So that line is parallel to the other line at the bottom of my square. Now I'm going to the left. I'm doing the same thing, but I already decided my depth. So I just lined it up and drew a perpendicular line. Now a top line, it's parallel, and a side line, it's perpendicular. I'm done. It's time to erase those extra lines. I can even create the inside dotted as if it's kind of like a see-through cube. And it's a good looking cube.